Historically, Haman came between Pharaoh and Herod. Shalom and greetings from Jerusalem. My name is Joan Lippis, or hashtag Joni in Jerusalem, welcoming you to Lunchtime Prayer for Israel. Lunchtime Prayer for Israel is part of the Novea Ministries family. And again, we thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for keeping in touch with us. Always love to hear from you, whether it's a comment on the video itself or an email. Whatever it is, all the links are at the end of the video. And we're talking about Purim. And the title of today is Haman, the villain of the story. But let's give a little history first. Haman is the administrator to the king of Persia and is a precursor to the antichrist. That's why we want to look at him carefully. Haman, like the antichrist, was motivated by Satan to scheme towards the total destruction and annihilation of the Jewish people. He devised a way in which the king would find himself in an untenable situation. But God always has his way of protecting the Jews. Now, thousands of Jews lived in the kingdom of the Medes and the Persians and faced persecution. Life outside the land of Israel is always tenuous. Now, the story takes place during the reign of King Ahasuerus, also called Xerxes, from 486 to 465-64 BC. Now, Haman had connived his way into the second highest position in the land. But instead of enjoying his privileged status, the demonically inspired hatred for Mordecai motivated him to use his position to try to destroy all the Jewish people. So we're reading from Esther chapter 3, verses 5 through 14. When Haman saw that Mordecai did not bow down or pay him homage, Haman was filled with wrath. But he disdained to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had told him of the people of Mordecai. Instead, Haman sought to destroy all the Jews who were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, those people of Mordecai. In the first month, which is the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast Pur, that is, the lot, before Haman to determine the day and the month until it fell on the 12th month, which is the month of Adar. Then Haman said to the king Ahasuerus, "There is a certain people scattered and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of your kingdom. Their laws are different from all the other peoples, and they do not keep the king's laws. Therefore, it is not fitting for the king to let them remain. If it pleases the king, let a decree be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver into the hands of those who do the work to bring it into the king's treasury." He's paying for the right to destroy all the Jews. So the king took his signet ring from his hand and gave it to Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of the Jews. And the king said to Haman, "The money and the people are given to you to do with them as seems good to you." Then the king's scribes were called on the 13th day of the first month, and a decree was written according to all that Haman commanded, to the king's satraps, to the governors who were over each province, to the officials of all the people, to every province according to its script, and to every people in their language. In the name of the king Ahasuerus it was written and sealed with a king's signet ring. The letters were sent by couriers into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill and to annihilate all the Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, on the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, and to plunder their possessions. A copy of the document was to be issued as law in every province, being published for all the people, that they should be ready for that day. Not a good situation for the Jewish people. But, ironically, what was the date? The 13th day of the 12th month. Beloved, what was the 14th day of the first month, exactly 1 month later? Passover. God's timing is beautiful. Here is the issue of in Persia, the attempted annihilation of that. And now God is finally giving his 10th plague over Egypt because they were persecuting the Jewish people. You cannot do this to the Jewish people without suffering God's judgment. And so, beloved, we want to pray with such confidence that God will answer this, God's continued protection of Israel against the threats from Iran, the descendants of the people of Persia. The people may love the Jewish people, but their leaders are always, get rid of them, get rid of them, get rid of big Satan and little Satan, get rid of them. Well, ain't gonna happen. And with that, I say thank you. Thank you for keeping in touch with us. I so appreciate it, and so does the rest of the Novea team. And with that, I say, Lehitraot, Shalom from Jerusalem.